Hi, in this video I want to show you how we can take this system and turn it from 15.12 months average points per month to average 45.96 points a month by a little recovery plan. And also I want to show you how you can set that up to use automatically in a betting bot. So stay tuned and let's have a look how we do this. Hi, it's Malcolm here, and if you don't know me, I've been creating software for the betting industry for the last 24 odd years, and TTS Plus is one of my system builder type products, and it basically allows you to create systems and save them and get links that you can use with the bot. Now, this is not my idea. This is one that I originally kind of started off, but people have come along and improved it or tried using it in different ways. And it's based around this green rating, which is a rating that I give TTS users, which actually comes from another product, but I'm not going to go into that because I've done that in several videos. And I will show a video at the end which will probably explain a little bit more about that. If you want to get this system in a PDF, then please put a comment below saying, can I see the PDF or a PDF or whatever, and I will send you the PDF so that you can have a look at it. And also, if you'd like to get my daily email, just put in the comments daily email and I will send you that as well. Okay, so the system is pretty simple in a lot of ways. The hardest thing about it is to avoid favourites, obviously, and the BSP rank. And I'll explain to you in the bot how I've actually changed that slightly. Apart from that, you can see all the bits that you need. Now, obviously, some of these ratings are just available in TTS and not available from normal websites. So, unfortunately, this is a video about TTS. If you haven't got it, then look at the description below and you can find out more about it in that description. Okay, so let's see how we do or how we increase the profit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you here that this is the extended profit. Now, the way I got that was using split by 3 recovery and 2% commission. Now, 2% commission is basic on Betfair nowadays. You can normally get it in your members account. It's normally available. You do have to give up bonuses, but most of those bonuses are on the sports network anyway, and you probably, if you bet on the exchange, you're not really too interested in the sports exchange anyway. And I've spelt recovery wrong, I've just noticed. Split by 3 recovery. Okay, so basically split by 3 recovery, I'll show you exactly how that works because we've just gone through it, and I'll show you that in the bot as well. So basically, we had a loser here at 7.64, which, you know, you -1 and you get a loss of 6.64. If you divide 6.64 by 3, you get 2.21. And if you add that stake, that means for the next 3 runners, you're going to try and win it back at that heightened stake of 3.21. Now, it is a recovery system, and I wouldn't for one moment tell you to use a recovery system without having a really good understanding of how they work, the cost of it, and how it could, you know, run into more money. And I want to show you that in a place where you can see mostly. So here's a classic example where it can get more costly, and you need to understand that. So we had a loser, so we split that, and then we went for 2 new stakes of 1.77, but then we had a 9.97 loser, which is right at the top range. So we lost £2.30 there, minus £1.73, so we were still owed 60p. So we would have added that to £15.85. So this is going to be just quickly plus about, what would it be, 57p. So we'd be in out of pocket £16.42, divide that by 3, which is about £5.47, add 1, £6.47. Now you can see that it actually, we had 3 winners in a row then, and this system does have lots of winners in a row. So so we got back to it, but it can, if that happens 2 or 3 times, that stake does actually get quite a lot bigger. So you've got to be careful with that as far as staking is concerned. But that's how we managed to turn. And also you're going to get losing months. Now you can see here that we've only got 9 months worth of information. That's because that green rating that I showed you about here, I actually brought into the system 9 months ago, and I couldn't backdate it further. So that's when we started using that that piece of information. So anyway, that's how you do that. Basically you can use free, split by free staking. Now you can do this automatically if you have a VPS. So you run the bots 24 hours a day on a server, and I'm going to show you how we do that. Okay, so this is the Greyhorse bot, which is another one of my products, and this allows you to automatically bet on the markets. So I'm not going to show you how to use the link URL. There's plenty of information. If you're a Greyhorse bot member, you will already know how to do that. But you get a link that you add to the bot. You go to Action, Session, Server Tips, add it in there, and then you can automatically download the selections every day if you're working on a VPS, or every day when you start the bot up, it will download those selections. But let's have a look at the setup that I've used. Now I will make one other comment, and that is that you will notice that we haven't got a lot of money in our account. We are a Betfair software developer, and we are developing products and trying out ideas all the time. And we learnt a long time ago that if we put £500 in the account, we can lose it within minutes if we do something wrong as far as software development is concerned, if we make a code error or something like that. So nowadays we keep a lot less money in our accounts, but when we test the bots, we test them on systems that are out there at the moment. So we're going through this testing stage at the moment with this system, and we've done a couple of others over the last couple of months. And basically, so you're not going to see a lot of money. I'm not into saying that you can put £5,000 on a horse racing or a horse race, although often you can. That's not a problem. Most of these systems are scalable. It's not a problem as far as money is concerned. It's just we don't show that. We've got no reason to start showing people lots of money on the accounts, and a lot of times those accounts can be doctored anyway. You can. It's easy enough to take a screenshot of a winning trade and a video of when you're winning but not losing. So we're not really into that kind of thing. What we do is we just show people the systems we got, the methods we got, and hopefully you'll see the worth of them. Anyway, let's go back to this system. As you can see, the system had 3 to 10. Well, the closest to that is 998, actually, not 999, 9.99, 9.98. But I didn't want to go over 10. So, and I wasn't worried about the lower odds because we're excluding favourites. So it's unlikely that a second favourite will be below 2, below 3 often anyway. So it doesn't really matter, but if you wanted to, you could put the trigger range 3 to 9 on that. I think actually in the system, if you do 1.10 to 999 or 10, I think the difference is 4 selections or something like that. So you might catch 1 or 2, but it's not going to make a big difference. I'm not stopping at profit because I want to make as much profit as possible, but I am stopping at loss because we do this automatically with our systems, because we don't want to wipe out our testing banks if we can help it. So mine set to -20. It's pretty unlikely that I get to that low amount, but it could happen if we keep on coming. Losers keep coming, and we're running the staking plan as I showed. Those losses can build up, and you need the amount of money. This is a lay system, remember. So with a lay system, you need to have the amount of money in the bank to cover losses. So keep that in mind. We're going to session next. So you can see we've set a bank of £26.34. You can do that as you want. I'm not going to tell you what you need to put in your session bank. The important thing here is use sure odds. So basically the way that works is it's to help you not getting matched, because what happens is if you just put a bet into the market at the current price, if the price is moving out because we're talking about lay here. So what happens with lay bets is Betfair will not go above the price that you asked for. It'll go below it, but it won't go above it. So if the runner was trading at, say, 6, and I put a bet in at 6, but the price moved out suddenly, I wouldn't get matched unless that price came down again. So by using use sure odds, we always put the bet in at 9.98 or 9.99, whatever it is, and then let Betfair match the best price possible at the time, because that's what Betfair will do. They won't, just because I put a bet in at 9.98 or whatever, if the price is 7, Betfair will match me at 7 or whatever it can closest to that price. It won't just automatically match me at 9.99. That's not the way it works. Betfair's idea is to give you the best price possible, depending on whether you're laying or backing. So, because that's how it works. But by putting it in a 999, we get the best chance of being matched. Even if it's moving out at 7 and going to 7.2, 7.4, we will still get matched. So that's what that does. We don't want to take on favourites, so we exclude favourites. So we've got no problem as far as that's concerned. Okay, to the staking. Now with a bot, obviously we have a couple of problems when it comes to staking. One is bets not being settled or being settled late, and if we have another runner come up before that is settled, then we could be staking more than we need to. So I always put ignore base if PL has not been settled. It may cause, on the very odd occasion, that we miss out on a match or a runner that we could have got matched on and won on. But I'd rather that than end up staking a lot more money than we need to because a runner was not, or did actually win, but because we went on, we still staked more than we needed to. I think that kind of makes sense. If we just ignore the last race until it's settled, then we just carry on. That way we're just not going to get into trouble over things. Maximum tries is free. I don't want to go more than 3 into the staking. We shouldn't need to on this method. So I've set, don't forget, the first one will be a loser, and then there'll be 3 tries at staking after that, and that's 4 losers in a row. If the system has 4 losers in a row, then there's an issue. So we don't do that. So that's it. And that is literally all you have to set up in this bot, is the stop, profit and loss, which you'll decide, your session system or use sure odds and that kind of thing. If you don't want to use sure odds, you can always use widen odds by a few ticks. So if the current price was 7, the bot would put it in at 7.6 or whatever that actually is as far as free ticks are concerned. So you can do it that way. I just prefer short odds. We're not going in play, so we don't have to go that way. We're not using ladder stakes or Dutch-in, or we're not even worried about non-runners. We're not using horse form. So in this particular case, we've just got those 3 things to change. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned you can leave out your normal stake if you want to decrease the amount of money that you're staking. You can add Betfair commission to the stake, but that's kind of a weird thing to do, because if you add Betfair commission, your stake will go up, and so you'll be adding more Betfair commission. So it's kind of like a weird thing really to do. If you're starting the bot each day, you might want to carry forward losses to your next session, but that's up to you how you do that. Okay, so that's that part done. I just wanted to show you that I had to reset this bot a few days ago because we were running a new test, and we lost on the first one. Now, if you noticed, going back to options, I've got on my bot stake percentage of bank set. So basically the bot is taking a percentage of the current bank based on what is in the session bank. Okay, so what happens is that will go up and down as the bank decreases or increases. So if we go back here, and our stake was 50p at this particular time, because that's how I timed it. We then had that loss of £3.30. So if we divide that by 3, which is £1.10, plus our stake, which was 50p. So we would have staked £1.60, but because the bank went down, that stake actually went down lower than that. But then it started to rise again because the bank was winning and rising again. And then we got to 160 where we are now. And we had 3 in a row, so we're back to normal staking from today, and we're waiting for 4 possible selections. But as you can see, yesterday we had 1 selection. On the 7th we didn't have any because none of them met the full criteria of the price and whether it was a favourite or not. So we just have to wait for that. There's not a selection every day, and then sometimes there's 2 or 3. So that's the way this system works. Okay, so hopefully if you wanted to follow Mark's idea, then that's exactly how you do it. And if I take you back to the settings, I will leave you with those settings. But before you go, if as I said, if you want to find the settings in the PDF, then just put PDF in the comments below. If you want to get on my daily email list, put email list below, and I'll put you on that, where you'll find out more about these kind of systems and other systems that we're running and other tests that we're running. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel, because those kind of things really help get us out there and get more people viewing the videos. So anyway, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.